Hey everyone, I'm here with Travis. Travis, we've known each other for about 6 years now.
Yeah.
So maybe take a moment, and just introduce yourself and how long you've been connected here at NCC.
I'm Travis Rohde, and my wife is Melody Rohde, and we've been going to church here probably 7 years, roughly.
Yeah.
I kind of lost track of time.
Somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
So I know you lead a workout group, so I wanted us to sit down and let's take a moment, let's talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, Travis, so how long have you been doing this? As long as I've known you, you've always seemed really fit, really in shape, but how long, like, kind of intentionally working out?
Well, I really started racing bicycles 30 some odd years ago.
Okay.
So I've always kind of done something. And a couple of years ago, Peter and Isabel
Yeah.
started a workout group up here at the church. And we were pretty steady, Melody and I brought in some other friends, and we were pretty steady for a year and a half or so. And then Peter was moved to a recruiting office. So it kind of messed up his hours, and he wasn't going to be able to keep the class going. So I volunteered to kind of keep it going.
Okay.
I wasn't as qualified as Peter, but since I kind of knew the basics and what I wanted to do, and I kind of evolved it to work with other people. And we were working out here at the church for a while, and then I was able to use one of the bays at my shop. We converted it to basically a workout facility.
Yeah.
Last summer there was about 11 of us.
Okay.
Going up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if people are watching this and they've put on the COVID 15 pounds for being stuck indoors, like, what's a good way for them to, like, get started? How can they start doing that?
So you don't need a lot of equipment.
Okay.
I mean, if you're really, especially just starting out, if you haven't really done anything in a while, and if you haven't ever done anything, you can start out walking, quite honestly, and then move that into a run walk just to get your cardio going. At the shop, we do, I have dumbbells and kettlebells and some bands, and we do have some mats, so we'll do mostly lightweight stuff with Peter we did timed stations, and at mine I do more of a count where you're doing a number. So if you set up your workout to do 20 of each, and then repeat that. I normally do 3 rounds.
Okay.
I've already worked out this evening, and this evening was a kind of a warm-up round to a heavy round to back to a kind of a cool down, and I change it up every night. I don't really ever concentrate just on arms or legs.
Yeah.
I'll hit one a little heavier than the other.
Okay.
Which if you're doing it at home, you can do sit-ups and push-ups, squats, just air squats. Are all great. Plank with a shoulder tap, or plank with a reach tap. And then if you get a kettlebell, you can do kettlebell swings, and you don't have to be heavy. At first you'll get a lot out of it.
Yeah.
more than you think. Yeah.
And as people are starting to do that, is it, I don't know if you have thoughts, is it the time of the workout, so like the length of the workout, is it the intensity that you're putting into it, or is there kind of one of those that they could focus in on as they're just beginning?
I kind of look at it more as intensity.
Okay.
That's one of the differences. Peter's workout was intense, but it was more of a timed event, where mine is you have to do 50 push-ups, and you have to do 50 sit-ups. So you're going to lay there as long as you have to get them done. And sometimes some days are harder than others. But the way I kind of work it too is I don't really put any rest periods in. Mm-hmm. So your heart rate stays up most of the time. So you get a cardio as well as the weight, the muscle build out of it. And of course, if you just if you're trying to lose weight, you want to do a lot of reps. If you're trying to gain weight and put on muscle or mass, heavier weight, less reps. But I'm older, so I'm not looking to build any mass. I'm just trying to stay fit, and it's made it's made a big difference. I still try to cycle. As you know, I kind of got hurt a couple months ago that it kind of took me out of it a little bit, but I'm back.
And anything, I wanted to ask you, you've kind of mentioned that routine, so you're just mixing it up from, general stuff that people would know, sit-ups, push-ups, planks, squats. Today in my workout, I did walking lunges. That was part of one of the rounds that I did. So just those general kind of calisthenic exercises that people would do?
Yeah, and a lot of times if I'm trying to find something a little different mix, I'll go online and just look up kettlebell workouts or dumbbell workouts. And because, like walking lunges or we do bear crawls. I've got a couple of poles that I put up with a rope. It's about 3.5 feet off the ground, and you hold a medicine ball, and you got to dip underneath the rope, going back and forth as you go down it. So it makes you work your thighs, and it gets core as well, because you're having to hold your ball. So that's another real inexpensive item you can get is a medicine ball. You can do sit-ups with your medicine ball, or slams, or wall ball where you have to throw it up. Might be kind of hard to do that in your house, but those are all great. And with about 4 different items, and there's bands, rubber bands you can get to put around your ankles to do side steps where you're stretching a band. You ever do those?
I've not done those.
Those are really good. They'll work you. And then some longer ones too. They make some that are like 3 feet long that you can hold on the floor and put your foot in them, and then do kickbacks with your leg, which it's really good. And it's all very simple stuff. You don't need a lot of room for it. And anybody that would be interested in wanting to talk to me about coming up to the shop, feel free to do so. We're pretty easy going.
Okay. Any more tips, like for someone getting started? Anything we didn't already talk about that would be helpful for people to think about?
Just don't overdo it right at first. Like a lot of guys will probably, nearly every guy's worked out at some point. And at one point, you're probably in pretty good shape. Don't start again thinking you're still in that shape. That's probably the best advice, because man, you'll blow something up. I hurt myself a couple of times when I was working out with Peter, just doing a little too much weight, thinking I could do a little too much, more weight. And because if you hurt it, especially a shoulder, or that's why I messed up a shoulder, and man, for the next 3 or 4 months, and that's hard to get past. It keeps you from being able to do the workout properly, and but just go moderate, lightweight. And you might, at first you might feel like you're not doing much, but you're kind of retraining everything. Your body develops all these nerve endings that your mind remembers, and when you start doing stuff like that, it starts telling the muscles what to do. So your body remembers it. You just got to get everything kind of fired back off, kind of reboot your body. And it's we're 2.5 years into it now, and I actually bought it's a weigh-in kind of thing, but it checks your fat and your muscle. And so first a month, we'll all weigh in and kind of track ourselves like that. And that's, if you wanted to go that far, they're $65 on Amazon. So, you could find one and do that. It's kind of, it tells you what your age is, kind of based on how your physical fitness is.
Okay.
Which is kind of scary sometimes. But it is neat. It really tracks it pretty good from month to month. You know, you can really kind of see where you're at as far as what your body fat is and muscle gain and weight. You know, it's pretty good. It's good. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that encourages some of you guys to get moving and do a little bit of that. Yeah, and if you want to talk more about that, connect with Travis. And hope that helps you guys.
Yeah, great.